Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to give you a full demonstration of all the trackpad capabilities for the brand new iPad Pro 2020 11-inch model. And I do think this brings the iPad 2020 one step closer to a laptop or computer replacement. Watch these trackpad gestures and judge for yourself. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the trackpad is in fact enabled. You go into your settings, and then what you do is you go to your Bluetooth, and you're going to see your magic trackpad pop right up here, and you tap on it to simply connect to the trackpad. Once you do that, you are connected and you are good to go. So one by one, let's go over all the gestures available with the trackpad. Now the first thing I want to show you guys is how to go home from an existing application. So we have an app running right over here. We're in the settings screen. So if I want to go home, so all I'm gonna do is use 3 fingers to swipe up, and boom, we are in the actual home screen. Let's say I want to bring up the today's screen, not the control center. If I want to go to the control center, I go over here. You see, I just look at this little cursor here, the circular cursor. What happens is when you bring it to something that it can interact with, it merges with that area, as you can see. So when I click on this, it's going to bring down the control center, and from here I can use this as usual. I can simply press and hold and just go up and down with this one. For example, if I want to expand this area right here, I simply press and hold and it's going to expand it as usual. Instead of pressing with my finger, I just press and hold on the actual trackpad. And of course, the today screen, all you do is pull this thing, the cursor up. You pull it up and it comes down, all right? You have to click anything, you simply pull it up and it comes right down. So take a look at that. So I have this right here, all right? So I'm gonna go up and keep pushing up and it's gonna come down. Once it's down, you can pull it back up just like this with 3 fingers. Goes right back in its place. Now, if I were inside an application, all right, and I want to access the dock at the bottom, I'll show you guys, you do the same thing you do with the today screen, but this time you just go down. So as you pull it down, the dock comes up, and from here you can access all the functions of the dock. Now I do want to show you something really important here, just so you guys get a grip on it. So this is the cursor right here. It's a circular little dot, but as I come to anything that is interactable with, it merges into that. So look at that. It merges into the folder. It merges into the application. It merges into the settings app over here. So that's how it works. That's a very nice way to implement this on a tablet, all right? So when you are merged with an application, you just click it and it launches it, all right? And with the folders, again, you just launch the folder and then you can just tap over here and launch applications. So that's all fantastic. And of course, if you swipe down with 2 fingers on the home screen, it brings up the spotlight search. And again, if you want to get rid of it, you don't have to touch the iPad. You can just swipe up and it's gone. And one more thing, if I'm in a website or any place where I can zoom in and zoom out, I can basically just pinch, just like that. Pinch in, pinch out. Pinch in, pinch out to zoom in and zoom out. Fantastic. And of course, one more thing you can do is if you grab this, all right, and if you go over an application, all you have to do is press and hold, all right, and that's going to bring up all the options that you normally find under an application. Normally you have to press and hold on an icon, all right, as you can see. Now with this one, with the trackpad, you press and hold and it brings up all the options on any app that you go to. So if I go to this one, same thing as you can see. If I go to this one, same thing as you can see, all right? And if I want to edit the home screen, I tap on this and I can move apps around just like that. I have to press and hold to move it around on the trackpad. And of course, when I'm done, I go to the top where it says done. Just go on top, click done, and we're good to go. One more thing you can do is when you're on the home screen, you can swipe back and forth between the app screens, okay? Now, this same gesture also applies to apps when you have them launched. So let me just launch an application, and what I can do is with 3 fingers, I can swipe between multiple windows. Take a look at that, all right? So that's a 3-finger swipe between full screen, all right? So that's another thing you can do. And one more thing you can do is let's go over here to this website here. And if I bring up the dock, I can also activate slide over if I wanted to. So I can grab this calculator and I can just put it right over here. So that's fantastic. That's a slide over view. And of course, just like with your fingers, you can do multiple applications. So I'm going to grab this one. I can put this here as well. And then all I have to do is click this, pull this up, and switch between the applications. So click and pull, all right? And I can switch between the applications, and I can even put them to the side if I don't need them. And once I put them to the side, I can go over, all right? Again, you push in, you keep pushing in, and the slide over comes right out. So you don't have to press anything when you're going inside. Oops, there we go. So let me push this away, just like that. And then if I want to bring it up, I just keep pushing that way, and it comes right up. Now to put it away, again, it merges with the top line over here, the cursor. When I bring it closer, I have to press it and then drag it away for it to go away. By the way, you can also do this. So let me just drag this away for a second. Let me show you. Let's bring up the dock. Let's grab the calculator. If it supports multitasking, split screen multitasking, you can do this as well. So that's fantastic as well. Now, another thing that a lot of people are wondering is, with the Notes application or any other application that has text in it, yes, you can in fact select text precisely with the trackpad, which is fantastic. So I don't have to use my fingers anymore. I have to use the Apple Pencil. I can just go like this, just like that, and I can use the keyboard or just right over here to cut, copy, or paste. All right, so I can copy it, and then I can bring the cursor down over here. By the way, look at the way I can slide up and down, no problem. So let me just go down over here, enter, boom, boom, and then I can tap this again and paste it, all right? So very easy to copy, cut, select, and paste text with the trackpad. It's easy to see from these demonstrations that it's going to be easy to replace your laptop with an iPad in a home setting. Obviously, this is not for portability because you're going to have to need a keyboard, a trackpad, and your iPad. But again, you grab your iPad, use your touch gestures on the go. When you come home, you have all your trackpads and keyboards, and you got your computer in the house. And of course, it's a powerful device, so it does a lot of things better than most laptops. Now, one more thing I forgot to show you guys. When we have an application launch, let's launch the App Store again. Notice how I'm not even touching the screen. All this stuff is happening. If I was going to type, I could have pressed on the iPad, or I can simply have a keyboard, a Bluetooth keyboard, and I don't have to actually touch the iPad at all. I can use the trackpad and the keyboard to do basically everything. But anyway, let me show you. So if I swipe with 3 fingers, it goes home. But if I want to bring up the multitasking pane, the app task switcher, I simply swipe up and let it go. So then I have access to all the windows here that are open, and I can swipe between them just like this. And by the way, if I'm on a website, I can scroll up and down, no problem, just like this, all right? So this is great. This is iPadOS 13.4 for your iPad. You're gonna get this functionality, and it's gonna be amazing, especially for people that have been waiting for this, and also people that are trying to replace their laptops with their iPad, but they felt as if things were not perfect because we did not have mouse or trackpad support. Now we have both the mouse and trackpad support. Now let me launch an application. Let's launch iMovie. Let me just bring up Spotlight. Let me type in iMovie. I'm going to launch it right from here. And let's just, here I have a little project over here. So look at how easy it is to interact with this project. So this is my timeline here. I'm editing a movie. All right, I can see the preview over here. No lag, no stutter. This is in fact a 4K video, by the way. If I click on this, it brings up all the options. I can put the cursor exactly where I want, click on it, and split that movie. This is going to be great for professionals. And then I can click right over here and pick a transition effect and just add it right there, as you can see, and preview it in real time just with my fingers. Don't have to actually touch the iPad. This is just fantastic, all right? So that's that, and we're gonna get more support for various applications as developers make the changes and make their apps compatible with the trackpad. But you can rest assured that if any of these applications is made by Apple, such as iMovie or iPhotos, it's gonna work flawlessly. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. If you want to see how the Magic Mouse works with the iPad, I'm going to drop a link to that video down below as well. Anyway, for now, guys, have a fantastic day, all right? Alright, so if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH by clicking that button, and also click that bell icon on the side to make sure you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can follow me at SAKITECH online to get the latest updates as well. Alright, have a fantastic day.